What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Todd and Tasha back again with another video. Of course, I actually should let him introduce himself, but I'll just go ahead and do that now.
Oh, okay. Wow. I think my name is Todd.
I think so, yeah. Obviously, that's Todd. This is Tasha, and normally Todd is the one that's opening up, but today it's me. Because you know why? We're talking about coins, money, how to budget money living in Los Angeles. So, before we get started, I want you guys to, of course, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video out all over social media land. And of course, when you do comment, guys, remember, also drop your Cash App into the comments because we do give cash away randomly on this channel. And again, when you do get that cash, go ahead and leave us a comment as well. So just remember to do those two things before we get started. And here we go into the video. So I like to personally call it a spending plan, but that's okay. We're gonna say budgeting because that's what people are used to. And this is from our experience, of course, living out in Los Angeles. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna let Todd start as far as some housing and geographical tips as far as that's concerned.
Wow, that was a very powerful opening there. Wow, okay. I like that. So to get into the video here, yeah, I think you already said share and all that type of stuff. Like share, subscribe, all that stuff. Okay, so we know some of you don't know. Okay, so Los Angeles, California is the largest city in the state, obviously.
Yeah.
So the population in Los Angeles is around about 4 million, close to 4 million people. Okay, this is before the 2020 United States Census, is coming out. So again, close to 4 million people. The median household income is around about $62,000 plus.
Wow.
Okay, give you that bit of information. And the median home value is about $682,000. Which is for LA, just wow.
Yeah.
Unemployment rate is 19.5%.
Right.
So those are the stats as far as Los Angeles, California is concerned. Now, we need to know that Los Angeles ranks the third highest among Hawaii and DC. So it's pretty up there. New York actually should be on this list somewhere.
Yeah, it's number 4, and we mean cost of living rank.
Yeah,
so
cost
it's
of
behind.
living.
We're behind Hawaii and DC. Los Angeles is number 3, and New York is actually number 4.
So things that we need to consider is the housing cost, of course, gas, and groceries. For me, groceries would be on the top of the list because I love to eat. I got to go get my groceries. My little discount on groceries and things like that. So. So on the average, you can get like a 2-bedroom apartment around about $2,400 plus. And so I think that's like pretty high for like LA and San Francisco area.
Yeah, it could be higher in San Francisco for sure.
Yeah, definitely super high in San Francisco. Like we've been to San Francisco and it's extremely, extremely high. So,
yeah.
So basically kind of like some saving tips here for you there. So if you want to probably get maybe like less expensive place, I'm not saying it's necessarily dirt cheap, but like living in like the Wilshire district, prices tend to be a little bit cheaper. And you can find like a, if you're single or, if you're like a couple, whatever, you can get like maybe a studio for like $1,000 plus. A little bit of stuff we talked about in one of our other videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get, something like, kind of inexpensive as far as LA standards. In the Wilshire district, we also had lived in the Wilshire district.
Yep.
It's a good area to live in. Stuff to do is very walkable. People friendly, pet friendly, especially for you dog lovers. Man, they dogs everywhere. Just a pet peeve I have, like a lot of these people that don't pick up their poop.
Yeah.
So let the dogs poop all over the place too. Now you can also get something very inexpensive, very cheap. If you don't mind living like in more urban areas like the Crenshaw district, Baldwin Hills, Baldwin Village, those areas over there. And you can find something around about like $1,300 to $2,000 for like a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment over in that area. So, but the area is still good because they just open up new transportation system.
Yeah.
You have like your train running down Crenshaw, and it even takes you to the Expo line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the Expo line.
Oh yeah, Expo line.
Yeah.
And doesn't go to the airport now
And
or something?
yeah, well, the Crenshaw line is supposed to go to LAX.
Okay.
And the Expo line, Expo line goes down Exposition Boulevard.
Yeah.
And it takes you through Culver City all the way down to the beach. So you can get to the beach. You can get to Beverly Hills. Of course, obviously your first stops are going to be Beverly Hills. Takes you all the way to the beach where you and your family can get out, have a good time, go to the beach, watch the sunset, watch the sunrise, watch the fireworks, whatever, stuff like that. So you still get great views and everything else. But I'm gonna let her talk about like the gas.
Oh my gosh,
that's a different story right
let's
there.
get into the gas prices out in California. Okay, I remember one year it was so ridiculous. Gas was over $5 a gallon. It was super crazy. And of course, unfortunately, this is where like people kind of like have they call it the downside of living in Los Angeles area, is the gas prices, and of course the fact that there are 4 million people is super, heavy as far as traffic.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so
stay out that 405 and 101 and
yeah,
110. Sorry,
unless it's like what 4 o'clock in the morning. Like that was like the best time. Like between like 3-4 a.m. It's not a ton of people on there, so you actually you actually move like a regular pace.
try leaving Los Angeles on a 405, going to Long Beach around about 2 p.m.
Don't do that to yourself.
And I want you to time yourself and let us know how many hours it takes you, for a 45-minute drive to get to Long Beach.
It's crazy. So unfortunately, yes, we have the highest gas prices in the country. Yes, I say country. The good thing is, however, there are ways to save. Now, one way to save, which I'm going to just touch on now, even though I'm going to get into the groceries later, is going ahead and shopping at Ralph's, which is a Kroger name brand store as far as that's concerned in Los Angeles. Sign up for the savings card, and what you can do is you get points to go towards savings at the pump, so that's good too. But I want to talk about something even that you can probably use in conjunction with that, and that is gasbuddy.com. Okay, it's going to literally be your buddy because it tells you where the cheapest prices of gas are in that particular area that you're in.
Yeah.
Now, what I just found out too, which is really cool, is yes, they do have an app, but you can save even, which helps you with savings, but you can save even more money with their free for life. It means you don't have to ever pay for it. Gas savings card. And you can save up to 25 cents per gallon at the pump. Obviously, it depends. Okay, that doesn't mean automatically all the time, but it just depends on obviously what special is going on or what little promotion they got going on at the time. But they have saved, I think the website said like $3.1 million for their customers so far. So,
but you know what to add with that? Also, there are some navigation systems. Even like I believe maybe on Google, I'm not sure, but I can't remember. But there's some navigation systems because we used to have. On one of our navigation systems before it got stolen in North Hollywood.
Yeah,
that's another story.
Exactly.
Went to the car wash in North Hollywood and didn't realize we left out somebody stole our navigation system out of our truck, and we were totally annoyed. Anyway, so some of the navigation systems it'll tell you where the gas prices are cheap, are inexpensive. It'll show you all over the map. Okay, this gas station, this Shell gas prices are such or is most cheapest at this spot over there. So you might want to check that out. Look into that further. So
good point, and I totally forgot about that too. And I'm pretty sure there are other apps. I just happened to see this one, and this one is a pretty popular one that Los Angeles. That's not what you call it. I don't remember the term, but people that live in Los Angeles.
We're talking about Angelinos?
There we go. I was going to say there's something I was supposed to be saying. Angelinos. There we go. That we use, and that one is super popular. So now, okay, we don't want to drive because some people look. I told you, I already told you, almost 4 million people in Los Angeles County area, so it's super crowded. Say you don't want to drive. Say you don't want to deal with the traffic. We can help you with that.
And that's in a city, 4 million.
And that's in a city. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So there are a variety of ways that other options as far as transportation. Now, I'm going to say the bus. And I want you to hold your horses because the bus in Los Angeles is totally different than other places.
Because depending on where you live in the country, not to cut you off, but depending on where you live in the country, it's the false perception that if you ride in a bus, you're poor, you're broke.
Exactly.
But not in LA, you know.
Yeah,
it's
totally
rich
different.
people that ride buses in
Yeah,
LA.
it's like New York as far as like the subway. That's how it is as far as the transportation in Los Angeles. It's like people just don't want to deal with the freaking traffic. And not only that, the gas prices are ridiculous. And finding parking, oh my gosh, not only that, parking tickets, ridiculous, which you already mentioned before. But let's talk about the bus. So, say you want to save money as far as that's concerned, you want to budget your transportation costs. So, obviously, you look at the gas at the area in the area. Gas prices right now in Los Angeles about it's over $3 a gallon. Some other places in the country it's like less. It's like closer to two. But again, we're higher.
In some spots it's like $4 plus dollars. Like if you go on, I think it's I want to say San Vicente and Fairfax, that area over there.
Don't go to that gas station.
Yeah.
They always price gouge that one.
Yeah.
So anyway, so to continue on rather, first of all, now let me mention too, as far as the bus too. Yes, it can get a little bit crowded sometimes, but the good thing about in the city, as far as Los Angeles, the buses is that they pretty much, oh my gosh, especially down in Wilshire, run like clockwork. So you really don't have to be concerned with, being late. Obviously, give yourself some cushion. So if you do have to be somewhere at a particular time, you want to make sure you do that. And it's actually a somewhat fun adventure. Our kids,
yeah, because that 720, our kids, they love that 720 bus.
Yeah.
That 720 runs down Wilshire, all the way from downtown, whatever Union Station, all the way, down Wilshire to Santa Monica. It can be a fun bus ride.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it could be annoying because sometimes you get people like arguing on a bus or a fighter break out in the back. So it's a hit or miss, but
For the most part, though, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun or whatever. We haven't had too many horrible experiences or whatever.
Right.
Again, homeless population in LA, it is a little crazy sometimes. So you may get that aspect too. But again, it's all with living in the city. I mean, you want to live in the city, you're gonna get some stuff happening in the city. So let's talk about the prices. So you want to budget your transportation costs. You say you want to hey, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars in gas per month. Okay, get you a bus pass. A bus pass right now, it has gone up. It just went up actually on the 10th or something. And the bus pass right now for day pass is $7. But the good thing is that you don't have to pay for transfers within that time as far as anything extra. I'm sorry, that's if you use your tap card rather. Use your tap card, pay for a fare one way, which is now $2.25 rather. You do get free transfers for 2 hours. If you go ahead with the day pass, obviously it's a day pass. At $7, you can ride whichever direction. It doesn't matter. You can ride in circles if you want. It's up to you. The next one is weekly pass. It is now $25. Low income, good thing to have a deal. It's $19. Monthly pass is now $100. I remember when we first moved out to LA, it was only $65, but it's $100 now. And again, low income option is $76. And last but not least, there is no annual option for a Metro bus, but the Big Blue bus, which also runs through Los Angeles,
funny, I was gonna mention that too.
Which is super fun, and it's a mainly Santa Monica based bus line. But again, it runs down Pico, runs down multiple streets all the way into LA. And they have an annual option, and which I was so surprised, OMG. But they have an annual option for $500. So if you live in Santa Monica and you only ride the bus, you think about your whole transportation cost for the year, it's $500. So if you want to do it that way, you can. Metro Rail, one of our favorites, which is the underground, and also like Ty mentioned, the
underground subway
train that goes down all the way to Santa Monica, now to the beach that runs above ground. That's included in the bus ticket prices. Yeah. And Metrolink. Yeah. Good old Metrolink. That is the one that is out the different counties as far as that. So
Metrolink. You can take Metrolink all the way. You can ride Metrolink all throughout LA County. As far as Palmdale, all the way to the end of LA County, Long Beach. You can even take the Metrolink all the way throughout Orange County. You can even take the Metrolink all the way. What's actually called the Amtrak. Yeah. The Amtrak Surfliner. Yeah. And that takes you all the way to San Diego. Yep. And also, it takes you all the way to San Francisco, too. Yeah, it's so Santa Barbara, all that, yeah.
So cool. So that's an option. Obviously, that's not your daily transportation unless you work, super far and you don't want to drive. You can use it as an option. You can go right to Union Station, get your ticket as far as, doing it that way.
And so, listen, I showed you guys in the other video as far as the most inexpensive places to live in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys about the tap card. You can get your tap card and use your tap card and swipe and everything
Yep.
else. So now technology is more advanced than MetroLink.
Oh, yeah.
You can go on your phone and you can download your tap card. Right now, you can only download it on if you have an iPhone.
Oh.
But if you, sorry, she has a Galaxy Samsung with her. I mean, not Galaxy, but she. But if was it Google?
No, it's a Samsung.
Yeah, Samsung, but the Android. So okay, if you
Oh,
have
yeah.
Android, you can't download the tap card on Android just yet until the fall, which is soon.
Right.
But you can download it on your iPhone right now through the App Store.
Yeah. So we'll just use his. Just kidding. Anyway.
Right.
Or you just use the card until they figure out the app for us Android people.
Yeah.
So at any rate, now the passes of course vary, and sometimes it just depends on where you're going to and from. But guess what? The good thing about the Metro Link, I was gonna say not Metro Liner, but the Metro Link on the weekend is super cool because you can get a day pass for $10 Saturday and Sunday, and you can go wherever you want. So you want to go to San Diego, Orange County, you want to do it up as far as a trip with the family. That's a really cheap option to to do it that way, and it's really fun. The train is super fun. The kids love it. If you have a family, or if it's just you and your spouse or whatever significant other, boo, I don't know. It's super fun as far as that's concerned as well. Oh, last but not least, look here. You can ride a bike, okay? You can keep it really low and ride a bike where you want to go. But if you don't have a bike, like I don't want to buy a bike and I just want to ride it sometimes, guess what? Metro has Metro Bike Share, okay? You can rent a bike now as far as, you want to do it just for traveling or on the weekend, maybe at the beach, or you want to actually take it for work. You can they have bike share now.
Yeah.
And I believe every 30 minutes is like $1.75, or of course you can get the passes to do that as well.
You can find them all over downtown. You can find them actually on Broadway. You can find them on 7th and Figueroa and 7th Street.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it all up and down there in that area. You can find it all throughout the historic district as well.
Oh, yes, exactly. I mean, it's just really fun, because California is such an outdoor activity type of thing. That's a really great option. If you don't want to necessarily buy a bike, you can go ahead and rent it out. So last but not least, we're going to talk about, or let's get into, I should say, the food part of it, which of course, let's talk about the grocery rank in Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
So I did kind of a comparison based on, where we're from. We're from the Midwest originally, I should say. And, I did that because there are people that watch this channel. They are thinking of moving to Los Angeles, and they're thinking of a cross-country, move, and they're kind of scared because it's just like, oh my gosh, it's going to be $4 for a roll of toilet paper, which is ridiculous. It doesn't cost that much. We have 99-cent stores here too. So just as a comparison, Midwest versus Los Angeles, there's actually the grocery cost very little difference. So for certain sale items, like say there's the chicken, they have a special, the pre-cooked chicken, and this is comparing Kroger stores. So Kroger versus out in LA, it's Ralph's. So say there's something on sale as far as maybe chicken. So pre-cooked chicken in Midwest price, it could be like 2 for $10. You may get about $2 more out here. It'll be like 2 for $12. So it'll be something like that. But again, produce and those regular items, those staple items, you can definitely get them for about the same price as you would in the Midwest. Now, obviously, Midwest, like for instance, Michigan apples, you would get them cheaper because you're right there in Michigan. And as opposed to getting them out there and out here rather in the Midwest area, it would be a little bit higher. So maybe like 50 cents to $1 per pound higher as far as that's concerned. So that's what you want to keep in mind in that respect. Before we talk about the restaurants as far as that, I just want to give you guys a little heads up. Like I mentioned, sign up for the Ralph Savings Card. You get coupons, and it also includes freebies. Like we've gotten so many times, free box of waffles, free peanut butter, stuff that we buy all the time. And, also too, don't be brand loyal. For some things I know you don't want to touch it. I get it. Because like Todd, we refuse to buy the store brand waffles. But however, I mean, they taste like cardboard, no offense. Yeah. But, there are some I chose Ralph's because it's a very, very good as far as the store brand itself. They have very high quality store brand. So that's why I chose that. And obviously because, comparing Midwest. So now calculating the cost per meal, just think about it because we, have a family as an example. So a family of five, say we have a breakfast of obviously waffles, eggs, hash browns, whipped cream, bananas, all the fixings. For all five of us, $3.50. I calculated it out. $3.50 per breakfast. Not per person, but like for all five of us. So that's obviously like really, really cheap. Lunch, about, say we have like, sandwiches, chips, fruit, and maybe like a snack or whatever, juice, or I should say veggies or whatever in a juice. That's $4 for that whole entire, meal for all five of us. And then dinner, say we have, spaghetti with garlic bread, or we have the kids' favorite, which is, DiGiorno frozen pizza and salad. I make them eat like carrots or something or veggies. Okay, and grapes. They love grapes and apples too. They like fruit. They're fruit loving kids. But anyway, so that could be anywhere between $5 or on the low end to $11. But again, it's for the whole all five of us. So there are some really great ways that you can budget those costs. And then what you would do is go to the store. Before you go to the store, make your list. You know that you need to do, if you're shopping for the week, okay, 7 breakfast, 7 lunch, 7 dinner. Go ahead and calculate it out that way. Obviously, for our breakfast or for our dinner, say we want to do around the $5 range. So we know $5, okay, times 7, okay, what is that, 35? I don't want to do the wrong price on camera. But that's to give you an idea of how you go ahead and calculate that out. Keep in mind, sales tax, however, good thing it doesn't apply to food. Sales tax in LA is 10.25%.
Is that it?
I know. As opposed to Midwest where it's like 6%. So, hey, maybe you want to go do your big ticket item shopping over in Vegas, which probably wouldn't make any sense because you have to drive there. But it's 8.38% just to give you an idea of the difference. So, it just basically goes higher. The closer you get to the coast, the higher the sales tax as far as that. But let's talk about food, like the restaurant part of it. Land of the foodies is what we are. Really, we really are.
And I'm just trying to think like what places are like really inexpensive out there. I mean, like you can go to Denny's.
Yeah.
If you want, if you're on a budget, you can go to Denny's and get something like inexpensive.
Right.
But the places I keep thinking of are just like average prices. Like Marie Callender's was one of our favorites.
Yeah.
We like going there, but this other one I'm gonna mention, but it's not like budget friendly. So one of the places that we really love to hang out at is Boa. Boa on Sunset. So you probably, you may have seen Boa on like TMZ where all these different celebrities go in and eat and come out and stuff like that. Let me tell you that the place is so expensive. I can feed my family for a whole week. Okay, I'll put it like that.
Or 2. I mean, it's just kind of
that's
crazy.
how expensive it is. Let's not even talk about how much the bowl of salad is. I mean, that bowl is...
Oh my gosh. We literally thought, it was so funny. So we got a bowl. We did not understand the menu when we first went there. It was for my birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I was turning. But it was for my birthday one year. And we did not understand that, hey, when you get salad, they're going to bring you salad for the whole table. So we're like, oh, wow. It's only, I think it was like $10 or something like that. Oh, 10. Wow, not bad. But the party of 7 or 8 we had, and it was
$10 like just for a portion or something.
We were like, that was $80. However, that was one of the best salads I've ever had.
Just for the salad part.
It was so good though. Okay, it was worth it. But anyway, so so basically the bottom line is what is so cool about Los Angeles is the restaurants. Okay, the food. You can find them on the corner. As far as the carts. Food trucks are my gosh, all over.
And I tell you, we're gonna do a video about this soon.
Food trucks.
But Pink's.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so fun.
Pink's is so good. Right there on La Brea.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Pink's has been around for umpteen years. I mean, they have all sorts of dogs. These big dogs, fat dogs, skinny dogs, whatever dogs, Lacia dogs with ketchup, mustard, relish,
all types of
mayo, just all that stuff.
Yeah.
Burgers, burgers, cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburgers, bacon mushroom burgers.
This is why.
Lord, help me right now.
Yeah, that's why we saved this for last because I knew this was gonna happen. Don't get me started.
And it's always a long line outside of Pink's.
Oh, it's super long. It like wraps around. They have to. I mean, it's really.
Well, we gotta say that for another video.
Yeah, that would be so. Oh gosh.
And Bossa Nova.
Oh yeah, there's so many. So the bottom line is there's a ton of restaurants. So say you want to look like, okay, I'm tired of budgeting, sitting at home eating this food over and over again. So you want to do something different. The cool thing is you can find inexpensive finds at restaurants anywhere. Like I said, you could it could be a cart where they're just selling those bacon wrapped hot dogs, which Los Angeles I think is famous for.
Oh yeah, pinks.
Which of course obviously they have to have pinks, but if you find the local guy that has it or whatever, it's like what, $3, $4 or something like that, and it's really good. You can they fry it up or whatever. So shout out to the Mexicans because they're the main ones that do it. The corn, which I think I don't even want to butcher the names, but anyway, those little trucks. As far as that, I am.
Oh.
Wow. But anyway, so as far as that's concerned, you have that. Okay, it's a couple of dollars or whatever. All the way to, like we mentioned, BOA, it's thousands. And there you can find anything in between. And while you're doing that, you may see some celebrity sightings and some cool things. You can do people watching, which is so fun in Los Angeles.
You might run into Todd and Tasha, those celebrities.
Wow.
We'll sign your autograph. Shoot, a dog wouldn't even let us sign an autograph.
Gosh. Anyway, so, but of course, again, not to mention, I will didn't want to fail to mention this too, but also as far as different stores that we shop out in Los Angeles, aside from Ralph's, we definitely take advantage of Smart and Final for bulk finds. For obvious reasons, obviously Costco, things of that nature, but Smart and Final is cool because you don't have to have a membership to take advantage of that, and some business owners use it too. So for instance, say you are a meat eater and you have a family, and it's like, look here, okay, I need to save some money. Give you an example, they have like a 10-pound thing of meat that you can get for like what, $20 or something like that. So just to give you an example. And then Trader Joe's is great for healthy options, specialty items. It's cheaper than Whole Foods, but you still have good quality. And of course, Farmers Market is always fun. You have fun finds, healthy treats, and it's low cost and it's really fun to shop.
Yep.
So
have Farmers Market every Wednesday down at the Grove.
Yeah.
And also in the
staple,
Fairfax district as well too.
So, yeah, so much fun. Oh my gosh, like you guys. Bottom line, you can definitely, I know we're finished, but we wanted to give you guys some good information. And if you want to get the notes from this video and also a budgeting sheet, we're going to go ahead and leave a link below that you can, fill that out and we'll send it over to you. You'll get it actually as a direct download. But we wanted to do this because we want to let you all know that family or no family, or I should say kids or no kids, because hopefully you do have family. But yeah, even if you're single or if you have a family and you want to not only just, survive out in Los Angeles, but you want to thrive, there's a way to do it. And we wanted to give you this information so you can see that it's definitely possible with some planning.
Yeah.
Okay, with some planning,
Yep.
It's possible to, enjoy the wonderful West Coast life that Los Angeles has to offer.
Because Los Angeles is so much fun, despite of whatever people's, it's so much fun. But see, the thing is, there's a lot of people that's going on YouTube, dogging LA out, this and that. Oh, don't move here because this, don't move here. But the problem is because they're having bad experiences because they did not properly plan. Mm-hmm. And so because they didn't properly plan while they're living out there, they're not properly budgeting and doing the things that's necessary to
bring in the money or
to overcome those different hurdles and everything. So when you fail, don't get mad at the city, get mad at yourself because it's not necessarily the city. Yeah, the cost of living is high, but if you properly plan and budget, then you will have an awesome time in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I love that. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got some immense value. Again, we have a link down below. Go ahead and fill that out. You can get the notes from this video as well as a budgeting sheet.
Please turn on your notifications. Sorry. Don't forget to turn on your notifications because a lot of you that are subscribed are not getting notifications that we have new videos. But make sure you click the notifications bell down.
And click the notifications bell, and then on your phone, allow YouTube to send you notifications. Because I noticed that's a different little trick too. Like your phone you have to have permission from your phone. But anyway, so again, like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on your notifications so that you know when our videos are coming out. And of course, if you have any videos that you want us to do, concerning the beautiful, wonderful city of Los Angeles, or of course California in general, leave it down below because you never know when we'll go ahead and partake on that idea.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
All right. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next video. I love you
Out of
guys.
here.